Okay, so we had decided that Marco was going to go ahead and scavenge, so we're going to go ahead and hit prepare. And let's see, I think we're just going to bring along the pick. You can see he doesn't have a whole lot of room. Sometimes we end up filling this up. And so we don't want to bring a whole lot, especially stuff that he's not going to be able to use anyway. So we're going to leave it at that, hit scavenge, and go check out the garage. Okay, we have arrived at the garage. Now, one of the things I didn't cover previously was that we are in a scavenge mode. You can actually go to fists, so you're kind of more prepared for combat, but we can't scavenge at all. You can see that we don't have our normal options. So, otherwise, once we have scavenge up, we can actually, scavenge. So let's go ahead and jump up here. We're going to cruise over. Oh, he's got to pass that. Whoa, 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 slow down. I thought he might jump up there. Let's go ahead, and if we have to go buy this, then we're going to catch this first. So we got some components, wood, some electrical stuff. We're going to grab all of that. Thank you. I've not seen a magnifying glass before, but I'm assuming it's going to read this. Someone scrawled on the wall, "No more hiding, we meet in heaven." Cool. Let's go ahead and climb the ladder here. Now we've got these waves kind of coming off of us as we move and everything. Pretty sure that's an indication of the noise we're making, so... just like that there. So let's go ahead and check this file cabinet that's hanging out up here. Ooh, look at this. All kinds of stuff. Wow. It's not giving me the option to take all, so that must be because there's just too much stuff here. So we're just going to go ahead and double click this stuff. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take the parts. We definitely want the any kind of form of food. So we have fertilizer and homegrown tobacco. That could help with that. Let's see. Wood we were short on. Let's go ahead and grab all of this. Yeah, now we're out of room. But that's fine. I think we have plenty of the components. Let's go ahead and keep it at that. And then if we find anything else, we're just going to have to figure out what to drop. But that's okay. Let's kind of pan over here. Let's see what else we have. A couple other points. Looks like I'm just going to really go over here. So there's a whole lot going on over here. But again, we do have to watch our time. We're going to want to get back before... Oh boy. Okay. I need meds for my father. Got some. So at least he's being peaceful. He's not being aggressive. You can see this is the icon for bartering. So let's go ahead and barter with him. Past him, you see we got icons. We can steal stuff. But we'll go ahead and approach and talk bartering here. Ooh, he's got all kinds of stuff. Look at that. He's got a shovel. Interesting. Now, for the bartering, we haven't got into that. So let me show you that. Pretty much anything we click over here that he's got, you can see down here at the bottom, it would cost you. We can select different things. You can have it for almost nothing. So this gives you an indication of what it's going to take to get it from this person. So, for example, for the hatchet, we'd have to show him a lot in exchange. Now, on our side, we can select stuff, and you can see what he thinks about it. Not very interesting. Not special, but not bad either. So that's how we kind of figure out how that's going to work. So I think the tools are going to be much too costly based on what we're currently carrying with us. So let's focus on food. It would cost you. So he really doesn't want to give up the food. But let's go ahead and see. We're going to go ahead and try one of these. And let's give up the tobacco and see what he says. I won't do it. Try harder. Okay. Let's give you the fertilizer. How about that? No. I don't think he was super interested in that stuff. Not bad either, he says. Okay. I don't really want to give up the pick. Electric parts are not... Yeah, they're not too hard to come by as far as I can tell. And for that, he says he has a deal. That's not bad. It's not bad. I would like to have more, but... I think we'd probably have to give up quite a bit. And it seems to be, if he says it's not very interesting, I've noticed that quantity doesn't seem to matter. Maybe with enough, but I've tried large stacks of this stuff and had it not sway their opinion. So what I do want to check is see what else he has in here just to make sure. Boy, this guy's got all kinds of stuff. But see, this is something we might note. We might be able to come scavenge again and come over here and perhaps barter with him some more. So anyway, is this going to be worth it? The vegetables, I mean food, we're pretty desperate for food. We're going to go ahead and try one more and then see if we can do anything here. Okay, so he actually says fine, we have a deal if I give him enough of the components. It seemed like... Let's try to give some wood instead. Okay. A little bit more wood. Now you see he says it's very generous. But let's go ahead and dial back on the components. Okay, so that's kind of the extent of his... There we go. Fine, we have a deal. Okay, so we're giving up a good number of things, but maybe we'll find more here, and food really is important. So let's go ahead and hit deal there. So it looked like we had a stealth option here. We're going to go ahead and walk past him. Hopefully this isn't a problem. We have footsteps here. Let's see what this is about. They're not coming through. Let's peek. Okay, so somebody's in here. Let's go ahead and walk in. Hey, get out. Okay, whoops, sorry, my bad. That's right, stay away. Okay, cool. No problem, man. We did bartering, and I actually want to barter with you some more potentially. So we're going to go ahead and head out. Excuse me. We only have half the night. I wonder if we can get up on top? Is that a possibility? Oh, look at that. Nice. Cool. Let's do that. We almost just left, but there we go. What are we going to find here? Oh, check that out. It's like some of the stuff we traded. It's almost like he went and stored it, and we're just going to go take it all back. So I've got, what do we have? 10 components, and we have 7 wood. Let's go ahead and make sure we get wood and components. We have the gear, so that's good. We'll go ahead and take this guy. More wood. We'll go with more wood. So we're full inventory, but that's cool. Again, we can dump things if we need to. Let's go check this out. And here we have bars. These are the bars I had talked about before. It was in a different location, but it was this icon. It told me you had to have a saw. So here it looks like it's the same stuff, although we only have 1 wood there. Let's take the quantity 2. Okay, so I probably could have filled that in. Cool. I think that's good, unless we can stack more of that. Yes, we could. Can't stack more of anything else here, so go ahead and leave that there, or leave it at that. Looks like we could get more of that, so we're pretty good. We can't get through the bars. We don't want to force our way through him, and I think that's going to be it. Can we, I mean, unless we can get on top. Doesn't look like we can climb on top, so we're going to go ahead and call it a night, and maybe we'll come back and visit him later. Okay, so with that run, we close day 3. Marco returns once again with the spoils of war. We're going to get to see what all of that is again, but man, I think we're going to be able to make some stuff. We got a good number of supplies. Look at that, 12 components, 16 wood. Oh yeah. Pavle is hungry. Let's see. Let's go ahead and have him jump into the workshop though. Take a peek really quick. So I think we're going to go ahead and make the crude stove, because that really helps with the food. And we're going to go ahead and put that up by the refrigerator. Makes sense. Something like that. So we're going to have him go up there and make that. I think Marco's pretty tired, and he kind of deserves a he deserves a break. So I think we may have him go rest. Let's see. And we're going to get Bruno up here, because you know what? Before we do anything, we're going to have Bruno make a meal, because Marco certainly deserves it. I got you covered, buddy. We're going to get you some food here as soon as this gets built. So we have 2 vegetables, we have 1 raw food. That means we can just make 1 meal. So we've got Bruno selected. We're going to go ahead and click on the plate here. And, oh, we need the fuel. That's a problem. Oh yeah, I think we can actually just make that here though. Cool. I like that I don't have to go back down to the workshop to make that. I remember that being the case before. I think that was pretty cool. So Bruno, let's go here. We've got the bowl here. Simple cooked meal. And then that's going to appear actually right here, I believe. I think it's kind of in this area. Yeah, there we go, the bowl. And we're going to... Actually, you know what? I was going to give it to Marco, but we need to really make sure he's hungry. Okay, so everybody's equally hungry. I wanted to make sure that nobody was starving or anything. So there you go, Marco. Eat up. Job well done. Okay, well, we get to have the meal, and we've got a guy at the door. This is something I've talked about before, having the guys show up wanting to barter. So let's go ahead and send Bruno over to the door. And let's see, these guys are just hungry. No, Marco's actually tired. Let's have him go try and take a break. And Pavle, you know what? Go ahead and eat vegetables. Now let's see what this guy's got to trade. Oh, not you. Keep forgetting to change these guys up. There we go. Let's see what you got here. Okay, so let's see. We have some cigarettes. Let's see. Do you have anything else here? Anything good? Show me some food. Okay, nothing on the food. And unfortunately, it's all kind of medication, things like that, which is good. It's certainly good to have, but it's quite common, he says, about the pick. Picks are nice to have, though. Since he's here, let's go ahead and throw that down there. We do have sugar cubes. Let's see. There'd be no moonshine without sugar, so we'd have to have that in order to make moonshine, but we're not quite there yet. I suppose we could get some fuel, since he says that's pretty much worth nothing to him. Let's go ahead and grab 3 of those. I think we're good on wooden component stuff for now. We could take the weapon parts and kind of get into that at some point, but I think it looks like we have 2 right now, and previously when I was playing, they didn't seem too difficult to come across, so I think we're going to leave it at that. This other stuff is going to be, like some of the medical stuff is going to be very expensive, and I really don't have anything that I can offer that they're going to be super into, I don't think. But let's go ahead and try to give them this. No? How about 2 of them? Okay, cool, 3. That worked out pretty well. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I really want to keep... With some of the larger quantity stuff that we have here, I want to hang on to. So let's go ahead and leave it at that. We'll just go ahead and do this deal for now. That's it, buddy. Be on your way. Let's go ahead and take Bruno while he's here and just have him go... actually, you know what? Let's have him finish up the rubble digging. That's what we'll do. And, Pavle, I can't have you eat anymore. You've had some. Can't do it. Let's see. Did we have another pick? Did we? Yeah, we did have 2. Let's go ahead and have him go up through here, and then later somebody can work on the rubble. Maybe I'll have him start working on the rubble, but anyway, we'll get that figured out. So as nighttime closes in, we've got Bruno down here digging through the rubble. He's almost through the second one. And we had Pavle come up here, unlock the door, and he's now kind of rummaging through. You can see we're closing in on nighttime, so we're going to have to jump to that here in a bit. And otherwise, we have Marco over here who just threw some fuel on the fire. It was starting to get cold again. So let's figure out what we're doing tonight as far as scavenging goes. Okay, so we've got some new options at this point. You can see we've got a quiet house and a supermarket. And again, I've played this game before, just up to day 4 or so, so there's certainly new things I can run into. And I'm just noticing that the garage has a 20% indicator up at the top. I'm actually going to go ahead, and you can see it says visited. And the detached house says 3%, so that's kind of cool. It gives us an indication of how much we've kind of found, or, you know, I'm assuming it's based on kind of the exploration and the points of interest that we've discovered and interacted with, so that's cool. That'll give us an idea in case if we forget down the road. But let's look at supermarket, because, yeah, lots of food. Definitely would be a good thing, so I'm kind of thinking that's where we want to go. We'll give the supermarket a shot. Now, if we jump over here, who's going to go? Of course, we want the skilled scavenger, and in this case, Marco, once again, is actually in good shape and is the best scavenger. So, Pavle, again, fast runner, which is great, means he can kind of do a little bit more and then sprint to the exit in time, but I think with him being hungry and everything, we're going to go with a skilled scavenger once again. I think this is pretty much going to be Marco's job. It's Marco's job to lose, and so we're just going to leave it at that. So let's go ahead and prepare. Now, we do have a pick. I did want to have one because we're about to dig through rubble into an item that, a shelf unit or something that requires a pick, but that's okay. We'll have to make more. Maybe, who knows, maybe we'll find one right now. So let's go ahead and stick with that as usual. We'll leave everything else behind, and let's get to scavenging. Okay, here we are at the market. Let's go ahead and get started right away. We have no time to waste. Get this going. Let's see. Let's scoop. What is this guy? I haven't not seen. Gunpowder. Cool. Let's grab that. Hop up here. Oh, he can't get up there. Okay, that's fine. Look at this place. That's cool. So let's go ahead and move into this point. And while he goes, I want to show you this. Our characters down here actually have a bio that will appear when they've kind of run into something. I'm going to show that in a second because we're going to have to loot here. Oh boy, there's... I think I just got spotted. Let's grab this and see what's happening first. The door is closed. There's a conversation going on there. Now, if I move in close, it'll make noise. Well, let's see. Maybe they won't hear us. Uh-oh. food? Poor girl. I can give you food for a favor. Yikes. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't go down anything too dark. But hey, this game is it's meant to kind of show that stuff. Meant to be dark and show you that darker side of war. So let's see. Are we gonna let's switch to fists right now. Let's see. We may have to intervene here. I'm gonna kind of see how this goes. I'm sorry, I have to go home. Let's kind of pan this over here. Is she gonna try to take off our way, or? Oh, okay, let's go. That's it. We can't have this. Get in there. Why are you waiting? What are you doing? Open the door. Go fist. Yes, smack this guy. Oh, nice. Yes. Oh, that was cool. Get him. Get in there. Get him. Oh no, Marco. That's not entirely accurate. Sure, he was out looking for supplies, but he died trying to defend the helpless. Oh, and it looks like we had an event. We were raided. Someone came during the night to take our things by force. Oh, this was a terrible night. Somebody tried to rob us. They must have been scared. Must have been more scared than us, so they didn't do much harm. Too bad we had no weapons. Pavli and Bruno were wounded, and the attackers took a few things. We should put more people on guard. They stole some water and some vegetables. And, of course, we lost Marco. Man, and Pavli was injured. That really was a bad night. Wow. Down to 2. How unfortunate. Well, that's just how it goes. I'm gonna, that's how I'm gonna play this thing. I'm gonna help when I can. And you could certainly play it darker. I could have walked away from that, and, we'd still have Marco, our best scavenger, but I don't know. Maybe Marco might not have been able to live with himself, kind of turning his back on that. So those are the kind of things you're faced with in this game, and I think that's what makes it really cool. I really like being presented with those, and the game does not tell you what's right or wrong. It lets you make those decisions for yourself, and you have to deal with the consequences. Your characters have to deal with that. You can see right now they're sad having lost Marco, but I think deep down inside I'd like to believe that, even though they weren't there, they know he tried to defend her. So anyway, I think we're going to leave it at that for this episode. I do appreciate you guys watching, and please do leave a like if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what you think about this and about that decision. Is that the decision you would have made? Would you have gone in and tried to defend her, or would you have left her and just thought, you know what, that was the safer bet, and that Marco had some value, we didn't want to risk him? So maybe you would have done as I did, or maybe not. Let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys next time.